Okay, I heard this max mode was actually really easy. Candy, Cindy, and Chester all function the exact same. Penguin is the same, but appears a little bit lower in the door, and if he goes into your office, it doesn't kill you. Old Candy comes from the left side, but doesn't glow in the doors. Blank is this game's Foxy, and then Rat can come from either the left or the right, and his eyes don't glow. He's the hardest one to deal with. But not for us today. Today we're going to be doing a bit of a cheese strat. I'm going to see if I can play this a little bit differently. I'm just gonna wait. The only camera we need to check is Blank's camera. Then we do this. If you're wondering what exactly I'm doing right now, I'm keeping the doors, I'm trying at least to keep the doors just within the first bar of their power usage. This game has doors that actually ramp up in terms of power usage. So, theoretically, if I just keep opening and closing the doors and playing on the enemy AI's like patience timer when they're standing at the door, I think I should be like easily able to get to 6 a.m. with power to spare even. I'm kind of failing at it. Okay, during the recording I went pretty quiet for this segment. I continue speaking later, but I'm going to voice over right now to explain what's actually happening. You check, if you want to do the strategy yourself, you're going to check the right door, let the bar drain, check the left door, let the bar drain, and if you see eyes in the door, you can safely stare at them for about 2.5 seconds, and then you can close the door because you're playing on their patience timer. Animatronics in this game will wait for from my testing, 2.5 to 3 seconds before actually entering your office. So what you can do is stare them down while your bar is draining, or even if your bar is at 0, you can spend the time to be green, to be more green. If you do this strategy right, you should be able to finish 6 a.m. with something like 5 to 10% power remaining. I've seen green runs where people finish with something like 20% power remaining, so my first sloppy run got me something like 5% remaining at the end, so you should do great. Specifically, when I see an animatronic there that has glowing eyes, I know that I can stall out the timer a little bit and just kind of stare at them. Because there's a mechanic in this game called door patience, and after a certain amount of time, with the door open on them, they will actually attack. Like, they will sit there and wait at the door patiently for the door to be open for a certain amount of time before they attack. Meaning, I can just kind of sit there and stare at them. Clunk. We can do this a few times before checking Blank again. Wait a minute. Okay. Blank. Okay. Blank is in his first phase. We want to get to 50% by 3 a.m. Let me stare at you for a bit. Okay. 50% by 3 a.m. is what we want. We can even sneak in a blank check. Exactly 50% by 3 a.m. That was fucking close. I'm gonna mute this segment while I'm playing. My mom walked in while I was doing this run, and it still somehow didn't distract me enough to lose. That is how easy this max mode is, and if you really want to get into FNAF max modes, I definitely recommend this as your first. It's very easy. I don't actually know how much their door patience timer is. I thought it was something like 3 seconds or whatever. I'm not willing to stare at them for any longer than that. Ah, you didn't change. You've been there. You cannot take my order, penguin. I left that for long. Left that closed for super long. Oh my god. I almost completely missed him. Oop. Okay, I can afford to stare at you a little bit. We're at 5 a.m. We got like 9% power remaining. Are you kidding me? Are we deadass right now? I was that close. I was that close to finishing. Hi, Blank. Bro? What the fuck? Blank took so long to kill me. I've never seen that. Okay, that's kind of undeserved, but with the power pace, we were easily going to make it. Notice of termination right now. Okay. But yeah, we did beat it. There we go. That was the first attempt. Free. That was free. Okay, time to beat FNAF 2, I guess.